be able to tackle our problem ahead of us. Because it is a division, it divides us, it is a distraction that we are still looking for whom we are.
Now,
instead of
this is
why
the issue must be addressed. I will use myself as an example. I was stopped from broadcasting on Radio Biafra because I refused to stop mentioning Anioma. And then, if I work under that instance, for example, how am I sure Anioma will be allowed to say anything when Biafra come? Is everybody come out? Is that not supposed to give me a mind to begin to think I'm not supposed to think? In the very system organization all of us are working for, I am forbidden to mention where I come from. Does that not call for a consign? And then some instance, if we say Anioma people, nothing like Anioma, they are rubbish. That doesn't give you consign. Now, those people don't talk about where they come from. Because every system is designed society where we are threatened. A society that wants us dead. You think we don't need to discuss issue with the level of blackmail? In as much as you're trying to make a point, these countries you mentioned be some of them almost 200. For these people to be able to come together and form an alliance, form a meeting that is as strong as the universe, the Berlin Conference, where different countries gathered together and gave power to themselves to enslave Africa, and for over 100 years you and believe me, those issues must be addressed. You know how the whites came to South Africa? It's a conspiracy. From of course, combination. The apartheid you talk about is that the owner of the land fought for equality with the people who are not the owner of the land. So when we are asking this issue to be resolved or looked into, we need to know the external influence as well as the internal influence. People see us as their property, company, and people were planted among us. We all know that at the moment before independence, there was no Fulani in Nigeria. There was a time in Nigeria where plant them in our community, and then they grow up and are being empowered by the same people who are carrying out that conspiracy, and at the end of the day, that is the end. Internally by this idea to create such programs. And I know that there is no country that can survive except they know who they are. And that is why in the Bible, for instance, the people who led the forget about who we are and move ahead. But we must not forget that we agreed to forget about who we are. That is the point. Get the English or the mindset. Okay, let us when you have certain problem, we send you back home for spiritual guidance. There is a way doctor in you. He will say, go and seek for traditional help. And that is a spiritual guided issue. We cannot overlook it. So many years, Nigeria has turned the children of strangers to rule us in our own land. And we don't talk about it. Where I come from, over 50% of our traditional rulers are planted in our land. Yes, 60 years. Nigerian has been looking for how to divide us. And then, if we don't tell ourselves the truth, we are not good. We are not Igbo. We will share Biafra message with them. And you'll be surprised what they will tell you. But all these things are seed of discord sown in the night. It doesn't concern us. If they like, let them listen. No. Where we no? Where we anya imi huakwa. This issue of themselves long ago. They know the secret. They know who they are. If anybody tells you they don't, and then think again. If you come up together with all the archaeology discovery regarding Egypt, you will see that all the 90% of the artifacts there to study, to look at those ancient Egyptian civilization, they broke all their nose out. Those archaeologists broke the nose of almost all the molded images. White man is sharp and pointed, not like that of the black. Can anybody sincerely tell me about why those images were broken up? They want to hide the identity of the real ancient Egyptians. Today, our children don't know that Egyptians were black. You can never hear of Cleopatra as a black woman. Some people to hide our identity, our origin. I think it is very important that we dig it out. If we are the children of Satan, we should be proud of Satan, that is our father. And if we are the children of God, we should be proud as well that we are the children of God. After all, these are decisions beyond our contribution. Beyond us. We could not have been able to influence any decision regarding our past. But of course, we have the power to decide what happened to us in the future. And so, from my own personal experience, there are a lot of issues that need to be discussed. And if you think you can sweep it under and then you walk away, believe me, in another 100 years, we will still be here. We are telling you from our experience and our encounter on a daily basis. Not because we want somebody to look good or feel bad. Thank you. And thank you for your contribution. Okay, then if you have any question, you go ahead with it.
Yes, I have. Please, about 3-4 years ago, a lot of some experiments were carried from eastern part of Nigeria to ascertain, from Newi, but ascertain whether we are from Israel or not. And for how long now do you think that this
Yes.
Yes,
Now,
I'm here. I mean,
very, very different from my teaching. A stage where people find themselves. Let me define it before I answer your question. It is a period of uncertainty. So if you follow me, your question is even very far away from my discussion. Mindset aside my teaching, but let me respond to you. You said they come to carry out to find out if we were Israel, and when they came back, they said the answer is negative. Now let me tell you something. Since those people came to Anambra, Aguneri and Emuneri has not been in peace. Are you aware? Internal strife started from that investigation, and then within Aguneri, they test and how they, what is the evidence that it is not the same mumbo jumbo story that are done. In the end, we are the one who, where did they get the DNA of Abraham to match it with our own? There are a lot of conspiracy going on, and what I will say in a nutshell is that
this is exactly where I'm going to.
There is a lot of conspiracy.
You said now, because that this feeling of being Israel, coming from Israel, is overtaking people in that our southern and eastern part of Nigeria. This is just my own personal opinion. It has nothing to do with, I'm not diverting from what you teach, but I just want to have a little bit discussion with you about
Thank you very much.
How I feel about it. How I feel about it.
Yes.
Then coming to your insecurity, and I want to question again. Just a question the way I want to learn from you. This is why I'm asking you a question. I want to learn today. I just want to ask questions about insecurity, please. About the unknown. At what they have been doing to our people on the streets, their blocks everywhere, the checkpoints everywhere, extorting money from our poor people, Okada, and motorists disturbing them. Do you think that what
country? And then if Nigeria is a country, we begin to judge based on what we see around. If you ask me if the killing of our people is good or bad, that I really think you are asking a question you already know the answer. That is what I will tell you. Your question said, do you think the killing our people is good or bad?
Yeah, whether they are killing, when they are killing civilians, the unknown government killing civilians. It's bad that they are killing, when they kill civilians, better when they are, what they are doing with the police, the armies, and the navy, and so on and so forth. As long as they are not civilians,
As far as they say unknown gunmen, let us be realistic. Everything has character. And that is why my people will say, when unknown gunmen comes out and they have killed 70 persons and 60 are the people they are supposed to be protecting, will you say their action is good? This Yoruba to cover their track. Unknown gunmen group of criminals that are assigned to kill their own people. And so when you disagree with them, they send unknown gunmen. Our people. Fulanis are raping their women. Let's just leave it that way. At the right time, you will know the truth. When policemen misbehave, they need to go to outside Biafra land and cause their activities, not in our land. Because killing police now, everybody is clapping their hand. Very soon they will say, let's begin to kill our Igwe. All of you will still say it's true. We are done with the police. Let's go to the Igwe. When they finish with the Igwe, they will come for the governor. When they finish with the governor, they will say, yes, let us close our border and trap the... I will stop there, my brother. Thank you very much for your contribution this evening.
I know you. Please, just still on this unknown government, please. You know, I want to learn. I want to get something from you, please. About unknown government. Do you
reduce population? So unknown government are helping them to call and say, so unknown government are killing Nigerians. What do you think? The next Fulani man will say that I don't mind them. You wanted some people reduced with COVID-19. And they are doing the job, no need for the drug. Let them reduce our own population. So every day, the Fulani government will give data to whoever wants that the job is being done even without the drug. So they're actually doing the will of our enemy. You are killing yourself. Let them be killing themselves. This is exactly what they want for us. And then somebody is helping them to achieve the aim. Before unknown government came, the peace we enjoy in Biafra land are now better. We don't even know who we are after again. We don't know our lives. Is it the sent unknown government who know how to cut off children's head? Or which one now? Now we are supposed to be talking about the atrocity of these people in our land. And now look at what we are talking about. Brother, because it is happening at this stage. From the Niger Delta region down to the northern region, and then if the Yorubas were not coordinated, what OPC would have done in their own time, I'm not sure any Igbo man will be in any Yoruba land again. And then it has started in our land, a very peaceful place. But those who want our major population of our people to be mindless are rejoicing over it. So whatever they are doing, I think there is a way to do things. And then it is not
they want to support.
Thank you very much.
For that.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Bye.
Yes, sir. I'm joined by Mazi Obidi. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, my Reverend, thank you so much
Good
for
evening, sir,
having
from
me.
here.
Yeah, good afternoon to you and to all Biafrans and all lovers of freedom. It's another day that we are living in this land of living, so we must be glad and rejoice in it. Thank you very much. I had called because I had the questions that Ejike is positing to you. And I think that Ejike knows better than this. I mean, I hear him most of the time, the contributions. I believe that his questions are geared towards educating our people. So it's not really a big deal. And I'm glad the way you responded to him. But then I have other things to piggyback on the answers that you have already provided. For instance, the last question he said, is the action of the unknown government going to make the government call people to the table? An honest answer to that question is to AGK and to people who are listening, no. Because be calling to the table. Are you going to be calling unknown people? That they are now praying to God to send unknown God is to pray for to Elohim to bring down unknown gunmen to send before God. When you hear such statements, isn't it scary that a human being can utter such a word? And it's out there in the public domain. What to him? I don't know. But my brother Ejike, there's nowhere the activities of the so-called gunmen can allow the government to call you to discuss. By the way, we are no longer agitating for Biafra. We have deviated from and just a red flag right there. And I tell you, for those who are sharing all manner of things, talking about unknown gunmen, remember your records are out there because you are abating a crime. You are abating a crime, and then the other question is whether it's beneficial unknown people that are employing an a kind of barbaric law, a very archaic, outdated kind of justice to the people. You are now saying, are you now, your question, are do you want Onyibe to say that their actions are okay? Because and maybe burning down everything. Have you asked a question? If your brother is part of the police officers that were standing there, of course, you know they are not in there on their own volition. but they're standing there based on the little job they have. Most of the time, the jobs underpaid security services or by the police. Are like the same man who is being sent out by someone who is in Europe or in America to go and commit crime, and they are living large at the expense of their brothers and sisters' lives. Okay, so these things must be clarified. That all all it is, what it is right now that you are looking at, is inviting violence, inciting violence, and it should not be publicized. It should not be publicized. So when and everything is for people to say that you are working for them, and then the chicken-minded individuals are giving him more money to sustain this lawlessness. And who will suffer? The end game of this thing is that the people are you have seen now because apparently this is the time for them to talk. You have also seen the traditional ruler of Onitsha setting up a security outfit for Onitsha. I hope it's for only Onitsha. I hope his security outfit does not permeate Obosi or something like that. If anything, anyway, I would think that it's a positive move in the positive direction. If all the Igwes now we mobilize their young men, and I've said this before, if the traditional rulers will mobilize their young men who have no jobs, they can come together, demand the security vote money from the governor. And all we are asking the governor is to give some of those money to citizens. Let the security be arranged in a community. And for us who are in diaspora, we should not be left out of the equation. Because some of us wants to go home and enjoy at home. If these arrangements are made by all traditional rulers to recruit the young men who are walking around the streets without any job and equip them with the synergy of people in diaspora, it will be a very great move if we must all tell ourselves the truth. The approach they are taking now, as if the view of furniture is not many top ranking personnel, I will use that word for Obiora has gone his way to profile a solution to security issues in our nature. I am not gonna condemn him, but we are looking forward that whatever he has put up together will follow the dictates of law. He should also provide detention centers for these people that will be arrested in due course, so that these people are not going to, go out there and be doing jungle justices to people. We saw it happen in the time of Bakassi, when people were taking laws into their hands and beheading people. And I don't know where we are heading today, because it's for the past 3 days I've seen 3 different behaviors, and I cannot make of where we are heading to. All I'm asking is for the right thinking citizens of our land to rise up to this cause. We cannot be cowed to stupor. The unknown government is time, since it's making claims that is praying to God to bring them down to before God for final judgment. I think that the authorities that be will begin to look into that direction. And I to our people that this distraction cannot get us to nowhere. What we are looking right now is that Nnamdi Kanu is clear-cut evidence that he has sold the struggle. So his onslaught, or his final to put chaos. He has advised you to get your visa to run away, which means that Somalia is going to be better than the land. And a lot of you are not paying attention to what he's saying. The Europeans where he's hiding, or the Western world where he's hiding, are listening to his threats and all that he's doing, all the implementation of the threats that he's making, and everybody's quiet. I tell you that they run wild, continue to scam people, launder money, and continue to endanger the lives and kill, eliminate our people gradually. I would have been applauding him today if these actions of the unknown government is somewhere in Abuja, not Abuja, but actually, I don't know where they are so-called Aso Rock, Abuja actually. It should have been in Abuja. Okay, it should have been in Abuja. So we can all know that it's so powerful. But for somebody to be bringing evil to their land, I don't know how to make of that. Therefore, setting the land up. And for the people who are supporting him in diaspora, he just went down. I don't know how he did financially. People are coming out thinking that it's a way to liberating our people. Guess what, people? What Nnamdi Kanu is doing right now, you're going to leave one day and say, had it been, I knew. Because what he's not doing is telling you the truth. He has gotten to a level where every of his reasoning is impaired. So he's doing everything that he wants. Know what kind of freedom he's looking for if he's making all these claims. So we need to know these things, that the Europeans, or that are the English, that has been holding us down. They are enjoying what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Otherwise, he shouldn't be threatening and acting upon his threat, and nobody's asking question. One more thing before I go, my reverend, is the issue that HK raised concerning this beating of whether we come from Israel or not. I think he was right on that. I think around our land today, people claim they are worshippers or whatever, and they are using it and impinging on other worshippers or people of different religion. I think that's where he's going. I think we are in that issue because as a Christian, if we all believe that Adam is the first man on earth, then if he's the only person that was created, and is being overbeaten for all these years should not even be the issue. Even though people may say otherwise, people's rights are respected here. That's why everything is working well here, just like it in Europe and other developed world. Okay, so this issue of beating about you come from Israel, you don't come from Israel, I don't think it should be uh, always a topic to tell people where they come. We are all human beings. By the way, studies have shown the archaeologists found did a DNA and did the DNA. They found that the oldest living person was from Africa, over Georgia, Tanzania. And they said this mitochondria, which is the main cell where this DNA of everyone lies in, they might the genes there can be traced to every human being on this earth. So we are all humans. What we are asking for here is the human right about who, where you come from, or something like that. And this is why we are calling for unification. Volunteers, our chairman said, the chairman of the implementation committee, so that we can form this government that will begin to take the required steps to free our people. I will thank you so much for this opportunity, my reverend. I will encourage Biafrans, even as I'm about to decide, to continue to be stable, stay where you are. The second one is that we must tell ourselves the truth. And third, and the major, is the humility. We must humble ourselves. It's only God that will see us through these things. that we can be free from all. Thank you very much, my Reverend. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mazi Obidi, for joining me this evening, and of course, throwing more light in the discussion I was having with our brother AGK. And of course, the truth cannot be overemphasized. Nobody deceive you. There are issues and a lot of issues that need to be discussed. It must be discussed. Issues that must be looked into. And everybody should be able to know the stage, the time, the season that we are in. If you think it is good,
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. From here.
Go ahead, please.
My name is Bruno Francis, calling from France. I want to appreciate you, first of all, for the good work so far. I want to thank you, our daddy, who just dropped on air right now, Obido Bienu. I want to thank our leader, Mazi Uchemofo, and the God. Who knows the truth and follow the truth. Want to see the light? Direction again, or destiny. So he's trying as much as he can to just fill his pocket first. Yes, because he knows that as in people, a lot of people right now, they are so foolish to understand the facts and the truth. What is happening? This is the same man that promised everyone, all Biafrans, that at the end of 2020, they didn't see Biafra. Let everyone knows that it's not called by Elohim to restore Biafra. And our people are still here following him, listening to him after taking what he normally take, come on air to talk rubbish. With that point, not about speaking on air, but by action. For the past 8-7 years now, I have been this struggle about Biafra. The same story every day. As day passes, the same story. We keep on hearing it from this foolish man. Yes, the people that knows the truth, they are buying with the truth, and they don't want to soak their hand with evil. Uchemofo, you are a able leader. He stands as God. Play as God. Do anything he wants to do as God. Take any life. You can imagine such. You call yourself as a fighter, a leader. So I don't really know, because I believe sooner than that, everyone following him. I believe, because he said it on air this last time, that the number of population normally followed him before, they are not following him. Why would they follow you? So, my all Biafrans all over the world, being in diaspora or in Biafra land, I encourage you people to follow the truth, to know the truth, and stick by the truth. Look at everywhere right now, unknown gunmen. The name of the crook, the recruit security you bring. They have changed people. Never them should they mention anything like ESN again. Right now they are unknown gunmen. You can imagine as a leader. So definitely he knows he has failed. And I pity those unknown gunmen. I pity those who ESN because the end will be so bad for them, honestly. Be so bad. So if they realize now, if they know now, yes, they will rethink, have a good rethink, know the rightful truth because leading them is leading them to destruction. And I pity their parents who are so. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for letting us to know the truth, and we are buying the truth. I really appreciate you. I pray. May our ancestors and the blood of those and their spirit they have died in the course of this struggle continue to guide and protect you all as you stick by the truth.
Thank you very much.
And follow the truth.
Thank you very much.
This is my little contribution to all Biafrans. Know the truth, stick by the truth, and follow the truth.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
We must
continue. Good night from here, sir.
Yes, caller on WhatsApp.
Good evening from here.
Good evening, my brother. Go ahead, please. Your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you. My name is John. John Emeka from Russia.
Go ahead, my brother.
Okay.
Family close to you and join. Our people, our action, not the word.
Is that still in Russia?
Let me see your number. Just hold on. Let me get your number so that I can contact you tomorrow. I will give you a call tomorrow and then I direct you.
Okay, no problem. But I think everybody should forget about the people calling. Let's proceed. Everybody can.
If we leave the people we are calling in the Kano, people will not know the truth. It's just like saying you people should don't call Nigerian name and move ahead. Then who are we fighting?
But everybody is fighting the same thing. Everybody
understand. We are fighting the same thing. Nnamdi Kanu is rejoicing that Imam Mezu is dead. Yes, we are fighting for the same thing. Nnamdi Kanu has demonized every leader of every group. He's the only holy man. So if anybody want these things to stop, tell Nnamdi Kanu to stop hiding under fake Facebook account and insult people. Oh, people must so that when we act, they know what we are asking. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu is worse than Nigeria now. Nnamdi Kanu against Biafran is worse than Nigeria. And we can't keep quiet about it. Almost 4 years, we are telling Nnamdi Kanu to stop deceiving our people. He refused. How will I tell you? Join one family, they will tell you from there. Or tell Nnamdi Kanu to mention my name on radio. All of you, the evidence you are looking for. It is a matter of time. One way or the other, all of you will see the truth and all of you will wake up. Then you will know that we are kind and people for keeping all those secrets, all those why. I'm not calling from diaspora. I'm in Biafra land. Do you know how many widows over the world on our expense? Is that what we come to do here? Go and advise Nnamdi Kanu, not Judge Onyibe. That will not work. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. He hide on that Facebook account. He's the one betraying our people. He's the one claiming holy, holy. And of course, our people over the time, all of us gave you the boldness. All of us encourage you. We say, come, let's do it. And when we notice that this was not what we agreed on, we need to tell you, don't go away from it. And now, I guess he never dreamt of this, but it must happen. Imam Mezu, sabotoa. Obidio Bienu, sabotoa. Omiomio, Uche Nasebu, sabotoa. Ike Nanwano Nini, sabotoa. Uche Mefo, sabotoa. Dr. Kado, sabotoa. Rita Amonogo, Abibonogo, sabotoa. Everybody, sabotoa. Only Nnamdi Kanu is holy. But at the end of the day, he has collected money as a seal that delivered, documented. Today, all of you are just shouting, yes, Eastern security, known gunmen. And in your mind, you think it's all about this. You are denting the image of Biafra. You are. Now they cannot learn to respect our people. We will always talk about it. We do the talking, you did the yapping. So be on Facebook and be yapping. Beginning of denting of the image of Biafran people. We are the only people when we are on air correcting issue. You see the recruit, they start attacking you so that your destiny, I am your doom. You have to make. And of course, we are inching closer to the end of this program. And our people must remain focused. Somebody just video of the boy they beheaded. Imagine they held a small boy, maybe about 23 years or thereabout. They held him, cut him off from the back. Just any headsmen. Cut him off, sent unholy gunmen. All of you who are praising evil. Today, you think you are doing Hausa or Fula or Yoruba. Onyeji we hanyo on your white can. Onyeji on your white can. You will not betray anybody under our watch. That is why whatever we are doing, we keep our hand clean. Because we want to have that confidence. We want to have that boldness to come out before the city gate and challenge anybody who undermine our position in any way. Nothing more, nothing less. Like I said, we are inching closer to the end of this program. Our people must not forget that there are issues to be discussed. So many issues to be discussed. From one to another, from another to another, until we all come in unity of belief, in unity, of purpose, and then we initiate the plan once and for all, we go. Somebody collected money from us. He betrayed everybody. And when you ask him, he sent people to go and kill you. And you people don't. Dead. Biafrans must not. You must not be troubled. You are used to what they are doing to us now. And then, in a very short while, we will be free from this shackle of evil. We must get ready. We must stand by, pay attention to everything that is going on, and get ready for the ultimate restoration of Biafra. Biafra nation family are all over the world. And of course, we have other pro-Biafran group who are doing the needful. In their own way, they are standing by. The majority of them have decided to unite Biafra or Biafra. What's up?
Just say something here. You know, I have been following an IPO. I'm following you too, hearing your broadcast. But when the problem started now, some of you part away from IPOB. And I'm still suggesting, is it not better we come together to achieve this our aim, this our Biafra? Because without unity, we cannot achieve it. This is my opinion.
Government that has been initiated is one of the platforms that will bring our people together so that all of us can to be under me. But Uchemefo did. And if he feels there are certain power that he arrogates to himself that makes him not to stay under anybody, and then which right does he have to challenge me or think about my position in this struggle if it's a position? My community is wider than his community. And then he's not even more than 7 years older than me. And then my father is older than him. So where exactly, who gave him the right? I have in time challenged Asari Dokubo in every way. That is the unity we are talking about. Not domination. Nobody will dominate us. That is why we are still being dominated. So now the Kanu should humble himself, advise him to. I will stand and let him become secretary. Or we give him another post and fight for our freedom. Not taking our money and running up and down. When we ask him what you are doing is out of order, he will say, oh, you are a saboteur, you are a saboteur. And none of you have called him to advise him. You have not called on Nnamdi Kanu to advise him. But the reason I don't blame most of you is that you don't know how he functions. Take time and study Facebook. Look at the people who are yapping. He's on this Facebook now with almost of them now. almost 5. One of them is Obinna. So many of them. If I can pay attention well, I will call all of them. Nnamdi Kanu is there now. Obinna Iwu. He said Nnamdi Kanu. Doing, except to encourage this kind of a thing. Telling Nnamdi Kanu to go and join the Biafran de facto customary government. Everybody is there. Only few, but they will soon come on board. And then we discuss normal. In his village, there is no even IPOB, no unknown gunmen there. When will he send unknown gunmen to his village? And all those of you who are, you think you are enjoying, you are destroying your community. That Nnamdi Kanu send you, and you are happy. Don't worry. Why is unknown gunmen not in Aba now? I'm saying let them go to Aba and kill, because that is what they will do. Why is unknown gunmen not in Aba? My brother, in as much as we want to unite, and we must unite, everybody must speak with one voice. But we must separate the wheat from the chaff. Somebody came out one day, sealed, delivered. It was no election in money from Judge Onyibe collect money from Wike. Judge Onyibe, the latest one. No, I'm not done. Let me tell you what they have been doing. All of you were enjoying it. I didn't say anything for and now they say let's leave it. My brother, we are not leaving in Nnamdi Kanu until I am not leaving him until he repent. If I begin to see unknown gunmen in our I know he is doing the right thing. If I begin to see unknown government in Abia State, the area he come from, I know he mean our people well. Until then, let us stop deceiving our people. We have made up our mind, and no advice anybody will give to us. Go and advise Nnamdi Kanu, tell him to stop blackmailing our people. Tell Nnamdi Kanu to stop deceiving our people. He has collected money. Let him come home. We can help him. Tomorrow he's coming up to give you another story. Yes, intellectual. Yes, they don't have sense. Yes, they are Mugu. Yoruba is tightening up their border. Middle belt are tightening up their border. Northerners are ready for anything. What is happening in our region? He's making enemy out of all of us because he wants to be God. Go ahead, thank you.
My brother.
Yes, my brother.
Okay, my brother, if you go, some of the politicians are in support of him.
So why is our politician not in support of Nnamdi Kanu? They are saboteurs.
Yes, I'm coming. Some of the politicians are in support of Sunday Igboho, and the representatives, the stakeholders in Yoruba land, some of them are in support of Sunday Igboho. But when you come to the Biafra land, the politicians are not in support of the Biafra agitation, should I say. You know, and I think we should channel our anything we are.
Which of the politicians?
I understand that the politicians are the people.
Which of them now do we face? Can you name one?
What?
You said we should channel our grievances to the politician. Am I correct?
All the politicians in Biafra land, all no one
okay.
is.
Let me tell you.
Let
me tell you how it works. Who have confronted them and demand that they support us in this journey? Who have done that? Do you have the record? Have we done that?
You said what?
Have you heard any record that any group went to meet the governors and entreat them or appeal to them to come out wholeheartedly and join this struggle? Have you heard the history?
No.
And then, how can we conclude by condemning them when we have not confronted them?
But my brother, George Onyibe,
is it right to condemn?
This is what I want to answer you now. My brother George Onyibe, we don't need to
judge me. Is that what you are telling me?
I cannot judge you.
And then you are judging
I
these
cannot judge
politicians.
you.
You are judging them already. You have not confronted them. You have not asked them questions. You have not known why they are doing what they are doing. If I thought they are doing what they are doing, you are judging them that we have to descend them. And then they close their hand, fold their hand. They will wait for you to build your Biafra that will kill all of them. Don't we have to reason?
Okay, my brother, my brother, I want to tell you something. You
Go
know,
ahead.
in a family,
Yes.
they need as a father. So, with these politicians we are talking about, we don't need to wait for them, confront them. We don't need to go to them because should I say they're supposed to know?
When Biafra come, where would they go? Would they be in that Biafra?
They are the people that are supposed to. Okay, look at what Benue State Governor is saying now. Which of the
brother, listen. You people are not reasoning directly. We are just speaking from what Nnamdi Kanu said. The governor.
I'm not speaking from what Nnamdi Kanu is saying.
Governor Autumn of Benue have had a series of meeting with his people before he could make such declaration. And immediately they have formed alliance. Another Yoruba governor spoke in support of him. All we say is we kill our politician, we will destroy our politician, and Nnamdi Kanu will go back and collect money from them. Obiano of Anambra gave him two. His brother Fine Boy is using one. And they will tell us to go and kill them. And he's collecting money from them. Why should we deceive ourselves? All of them give him money. All of them. He condemned them in the front of all of us. He go behind and collect money. But that is their business. What I'm saying is, do anybody have a clear record that they have gone to these governors and talked to them about this issue and they cannot work out anything? Our nature now took a step to stop unknown government. People who have different views. Is it supposed to be that way? Is it supposed to be that way? Go ahead.
My brother, I want to tell you something. You know, the Yoruba politicians, nobody confront, nobody talk to them before they start securing their border.
Because they don't broadcast like us now. They don't broadcast. Yoruba have built an institution over 70 years before now. The Yoruba over 80 years have built an institution already. They know how they talk. When one person signal the other, go inside and conclude. Our own. Have on ground.
Okay, let's come to that. Let's come to that aspect now. You know, Nnamdi Kanu is not a representative of any. Nnamdi Kanu is not a representative.
Difference between him and the governors. Everything we worked under IPOB. All the people contribution, all of them are saboteur now. Nnamdi Kanu is the sole signatory to we have as indigenous people of Biafra. Go ahead.
Our politicians, they want Nnamdi Kanu, which is IPOB. They want Human Rights Radio Biafra, like you people, to be relevant in this struggle. They will make things, they will put things right. When they put things right, people will not be fighting for Biafra. People will be, we face what is it. But because the reason why we are fighting Biafra, and things are still spoiling in our land, is because They don't know nothing. They know nothing. Their eye has been covered with evil blood testers. I don't know. We don't need to tell them what to do,
my brother,
before they can do something.
My brother, we are the people feeling the pain. Understand what this government is all about and Biafra Nation platform. Other people are doing what they have to do. Let us be realistic now. Most of the governors of the North did not go to school. And so they are as ignorant and naive, even more than those of our own. But they have an institution that enables them to communicate effectively in any matter or situation. Look at all the Fulani coming to read the press communique. You know they can't read, but yet rule. But when it comes to our side, there are things I am not privileged to tell you here. The safety of those involved, you cannot reason with them. Have the governors invited Nnamdi Kanu to come? What did he tell them? What did they discuss? Once they come, he tell us, don't mind those thieves. We will kill their children. We will do this. Since Nyangodo is removed, Nyangodo is not a saboteur again. Doesn't Nyangodo not have what it takes to stand as a mediator between Nnamdi Kanu and the governors? And then if he don't make peace with his own governors, is he my own governor is coming to talk to? My brother. Not stop it. He had to fight by the true principle of freedom fighting, or then it more chaos. But this time it is going to boomerang on him alone. Ishiako cannot. But we're coming to say our governors, our this. I am not a support of them, but I want to be until we call them to order. Nobody have the moral standing to even begin to condemn them when we don't know. Obi Achibe has opened and support these people. And then we can begin to say they are not doing anything. IPOB has gotten enough power then that they can influence anything. Where did they come to? When we finish rally round, putting processes in. Yes, I have consulted my elders. They say we should leave them. It is sealed, delivered, and documented. Have any of you been able to come out and ask him what was sealed, documented, and delivered? Having met all our terms and conditions, is there any terms and condition we have that is not known to anybody except Nnamdi Kanu? My brother, Nnamdi Kanu is worse than Willie Obiano. He's worse than David Umahi. Yes. He's worse than Wike. Let's be realistic.
We are not together. This is number one. And when somebody will come out openly to say, I will give you Biafra in 2020. 2020, we never gotten any Biafra. We agreed. But when they said IPOB command is when the leader gives order, that is when you will act. You started fighting your own fellow brother. You know, when Uche Mefo with Nnamdi Kanu had problem, I was coming online. I'm telling IPOBs, I said, man, don't tell a man what can you do. You dare not say that. Because everybody is a man. Don't say what can you do. Because when this man will start rising, what he is doing, his ideology will be entirely different from your own ideology. And by doing so, it will disturb what you are doing. I don't know if you understand me. More than them. But IPOB, they live in diaspora. They know what life is all about. The white people see everybody as equal. But I don't know why they see one person as so special. One person as God sent.
That is because they don't exist. They are one warehouse in Kuwait. Let them come over. They don't exist.
This is how to explain it. What they are doing is touching something, is doing something in the struggle, but they don't know. Every day I normally talk to them. I like them. Call all the groups. You people should come together. You people should settle yourself. You people should be together. Then on one umbrella we can get Biafra. Because I don't think any place that Mazina the Kanu will enter, which may cannot. I don't think so. Because both of them are not stakeholder in Nigeria. Both of them are not representing anybody in any state in Biafra land. So I don't see anywhere that Shemefo can enter, that Mazina the Kanu can enter. We drop our ego and
they will cut you off.
My brother,
to Radio Biafra, they will cut you off, and it doesn't give people concern. Your advice is
my
taken,
brother,
but we have a made-up mind. He has some position there. He can be our PRO. If he cannot do that, he can't lead us. He can't lead us. He can't be mercy God of IPOB, led by Nnamdi Kanu. You must not forget we have other IPOB that are not led by Nnamdi Kanu. We really want that peace. To be that, and then he cannot, because the Bible says he that must be the leader of you all must first of all be like the little children. One calling us saboteur. He's the one blackmailing us. He's the one parading on fake Facebook account. He's the one deceiving our people with the Nolly Biafra Wood movie. You go to Radio Biafra and tell him. Our duty is to spell out the truth. We cannot hide. Everybody night, but until then Nnamdi Kanu taught us iman keme potakue and I potaga wana na-ekuzi ife ome ọ na-ewezi ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ iwe. Why? Did you not hear that broadcast? And hold on, if we want to talk about IPOB, you may be in IPOB before me. I entered in 2014, and then since that 2014 till today, I have been privileged to occupy a position where I know what is going on, where I know everything going on, where people appeal to Nnamdi Kanu to change his strategy. This is not what we agree. All the people that put ladder for him and place him where he is, all of them are saboteur. How many more saboteur are they going to create? Have you people considered the consequence of this action they are making? We are not going anywhere. That is one thing all of you will understand that Nnamdi Kanu is now the biggest hindrance to Biafra restoration. Go to Radio Biafra and beg them to disease from those characters that can dent the image of the Biafra nation.
my prayer morning and night is for you people. I'm not sure the politicians will abide on what we are fighting for. Not even the politicians. We, the freedom, we are the follows. We are not the freedom fighters. You people are the freedom fighters. We are the follow. What I'm trying to beg you people, and you people can come together. Then we then we fight our common enemy. But for we in Radio Biafra, okay now, Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, all of them, they came out and said, Imalun Kiye Menwu Ka Biafra do it, let Biafra come. Now, you people have bring your own way. All the IPOB platform, they are talking against. If I any day I said lie, I will die. So I don't believe in lie. I must tell you truth. They said if you know how you can get Biafra, come out and by castigating what you people are doing, and you people are castigating what they are doing, we cannot get this Biafra that way. Our enemy are laughing at us. This is the most important thing. All we just need is for us to come together, not even the politicians. If we can get Biafra, they can't, because mouth wey don dey chop no go like drop anything again. You instead one wey to drop, maybe one wey never chop to stay. This is the politicians for you.
And now, do you
so
know?
For we saying that we need to unite the politicians. Brother, fraud. Nnamdi Kanu is a fraud. Which my friend all this nonsense can never help us. All IPOB, they should come down from their high horse, because I think they are the mostly people causing all this. They should come down from their high horse. Then you people should round table. Then you sort out issues. When you sort out issue, then we move. It's as simple as ABC. But they staying online, insulting each other, cannot solve the issue. This is my own opinion. And I'm begging God every day to change our mind, to change the leader's mind. Like Nnamdi Kanu, which for you, Asari Tokubo, others, to change mind. So we can see ourselves as a brother. And we can fight our common enemy. If, for example, if we are waiting for revolution to come from north, it will never happen. If we are waiting for revolution to come from southwest, it will never happen. Revolution can only come. The revolution that will divide Nigeria can only come from this southeast or south-south. This is the only people that have the mind to run Nigeria. But by fighting each other, we are one and we are fighting each other. You see, Biafra is far from us. Take it or you leave it. The Biafra is far from us. And for we getting this Biafra, the people we want to take the Biafra from, they have given the Europeans, the England, everything they need. So for we to take all these things from them by force, we must go through violence. But before, if it's the violence will be the last thing to do, we must come together. We must agree. Ojukwu came to the south side, agreed with them before they go into war. Ojukwu is not the person, let's name ourselves Biafra. He is a German, Biafra man. He is the person that said we should name ourselves Biafra, not Ojukwu. But one person coming out to say he is the number one, he is the all of the omega, he is everything, is uncalled for. I don't support that. I mean, I'm not in support of anybody. All I'm begging you people is for us to come together. This is the only way we can get Biafra. Without this, we are just beating around the bush. Fighting ourselves on social media cannot give us Biafra. Look at yesterday, Sunday go. Now Sunday go want to even be more popular than Mazin and the canon that came out last 8 years fighting for Biafra. In Yoruba land now, they don't play with Sunday go. So who are we holding responsible for our Biafra agitation in Biafra land? We don't see anybody. All the holy, everybody.
And your request is noted. Thank you for joining me. And of course, our people must understand. They has said his mind, and which I totally agree with him in about 70 to 90% of what he said. Of course, there must be a round table to discuss. But this time, the way Nande Kano have dragged anything to the level is the round table. You are all my boys. All of you stay under me. You are no. The Yoruba have institution already. These were some of the things we thought would be initiated along the way in this journey. Anytime you suggest them, Nnamdi Kanu feel threatened of his position. And so he must blackmail you. If he can't hijack that thing, you will be blackmailed. And every
bro.
Yeah, can you lower down your radio set or you move away from there?
I did it. Yeah, Onyibe.
Good evening, brother.
My name is Frank Obidike, and I'm calling from Kalemo. I'm from Imo State. So I just want to add to what the last caller said, he's spoken very good, Anyway, let me introduce myself to you. Maybe you can remember somebody who called you from more 2 years or 3 years ago. I don't know if you can remember, That was telling you the way things is going, IPOP in Pakistan, that it was not what it's supposed to be, and he's telling me to try to do something. Do you remember this person?
Yes, I remember now.
Okay, I will bring the video and I will send the video anyway. Let me thank that the last caller, for his contribution and for his own opinion. Really, sometimes we come to give the governor this blame, the local government chairman the blame, the government people the blame. Really, I am telling everybody, if every of us, half of us, we are in their shoes, we behave the same way they are behaving. And it's not that they don't want this Biafra, want freedom, it's not true. But the problem is that have we be able to convince these people? Have we have patience enough, for these people? Because you don't just wake up one day and you want to convince people, with force or with your own strength or with your own wisdom, even though it be the highest philosophy in this world, you can never do it. It's not possible. I appreciate so much of that guy's contribution, because sometimes we give the politician this blame. I don't give them this blame, because if I will shoot, maybe I could be like them, because there's a system which they belong to. So, but the major importance now we are talking about so, and I come to see that these governors, government people, they are not the problem, but they can be the help. But the problem is we, the pro-Biafran activists. We are the problem, because we never be able to convince ourselves to be like a people with a unity, because you see, the Nigerian government, he pays so much money, for make this our struggle not to be in unity, and we know all these things. But sometimes we come to give them in the free of charge. So we don't have to give them this space of this unity is among us. So, and no one should be like an that is going to be like the author and the finisher, because it is in our own DNA. The people we are not like Hausa people. We are not like Yoruba people. We are not. Everybody is different. Everybody has their DNA, the way they behave, the way what they believe, Like where we come from, our system of life is real democracy. It's in our blood, and we should not wait and let things to change on their own. We should try to change things. You understand? Answering this call of unity is the problem of our restoration of the restoration of Biafra. Anybody, even though it's my own father, if he doesn't answer this call, I will say, Father, I don't care if you don't give me food anymore. So please, what I'm asking you people again, keep on doing this good job, and to encourage people, even though they don't understand, don't mind, keep talking to them, keep talking to them. Have your enough patience, will add more to this struggle. So, and in other words, I want to say something about, I don't know if I can speak, or if you want to cut the line, please. I don't know, because maybe some people would like to talk.
Go ahead, please.
But if you permit me to talk, I will be talking, because I have a lot of things to talk. Should I go on?
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Okay. So, what I want to say again about the new customary de facto government, this is things that we are telling my people that this is very, very important, for we to have this kind of instrument. And I'll tell you the truth. Why I joined this struggle is that you people are thinking the way I'm thinking, and when I come to this place, when I come to Biafran nation forum, I see people that give me like an answer like what I really expect. Even though when they want to throw something, and somebody have to tell you, listen, this is what I was thinking. It's just easy. We have to flow very easy. We don't have to be like we are fighting. We are going to fight to Jupiter. Really want to say in this de facto government, really you people have to work very good, and I encourage you people to always stand on the standing it now, but let's still believe that one day they are going to understand it, and they will work with us, because we need everybody. Thank you, and this is my contribution tonight. So, and maybe thank you very much.
Yes, of course, when we begin to tell ourselves the truth, healing begin to take place faster than you can imagine. There is nothing we want more than unification of our people. Now, if I will go back a little bit, the doctrine of Uchiuka Fomefo has always been, I will not of this project to see corruption. Those are his words. And then outside that, you go Kadu, there is nothing he loves than to see the existence of the de facto government. And then when you look at that of Mazio Bide, there is nothing he loves more than humble yourself.
Hello. I'm calling from Morocco. I want to add to what the last caller was saying, and also to enlighten us that speak to them ignorant is impossible. That is impossible. Imagine a sitting governor, you will just be telling anything you want to tell them, you will be telling them
I will cut off your head. Somebody give me
so
1
bad.
million.
Terrible. You discredit all they do, all what they do, you discredit them, and there is nothing they are saying that you consider at all. Now, how would they be listening to you when you are talking? So it's almost impossible. So and another thing is when you are telling them, referring to them about the Biafra, a country without border.
And the world is listening
Hello?
to you. Go ahead. We are hearing you. The world is listening.
Okay. So that is one of the problem that IPOP has. When their leader more people governor can be listening to that listen. Everything be referring to Sunday Igboho, which that Sunday listen to it follow the footstep of their allies, political allies, and their elders. How can someone be listening to somebody who insults elders? Imagine somebody like Nneamwodu with his intelligence. He made that man completely destroy that man with mouth. Nothing that man did that function, nothing. Even if you join the struggle, if you are not in IPOP, you are completely irrelevant with your own person. They don't consider any other person's view. They only consider that what they think that they are doing, that is only that to use that man to destroy the thing. Even I don't think it's the right solution because this thing is gonna bring a very terrible situation in that our part in future. In time coming, I don't think it will take up to 2-3 years, and that our side will be may destabilize. But God forbid, we don't pray for such. You know, well, now we have so much calamity. So all what we need now, I am encouraging you people to be doing what you are doing. You are taking the people to revise the mentality of our people. Honestly, we lost a lot of scores. We are considered one of the intelligent people on earth, but I don't know where that brain gone. Now they've gone too far with all they are doing now. Honestly, so that is what I want to encourage you people to be doing what you are doing. That you are on the right channel. I am a supporter. I am really in support of your activism. Keep on, brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And of course, we understand from a second, this journey is not about us, but about the next generation. And of course, it is our target to make sure that whatever happens, that the next generation will have a platform to put their foot in order to carry on from where we have stopped. And then we meticulously and patiently work towards that direction. If you know, one of the things I would have loved to do is to attack or respond to Nnamdi Kanu and his gangster called DOS. All of them are keeping quiet. But if we keep quiet, people will not know the truth. And when the people don't know the truth, you cannot blame them. I am not happy with any governors I have met in my life. Only very few of them. Let's go by that. One of them is Ambrose Ali, and there are evidence. Ambrose Ali of Bende State. He was taken to his auntie's house. When he was out of post, only God knows what they did to him. He went blind. His auntie's house is few blocks away from me, from my own family house. And then, when he died, he didn't build the house. A governor, the governor of Bende State, then rushed down and arranged a gallows for him where they buried him. And then the next person is Simon Bakwe. I think I should be between the ages of 3 and 7 years when these people were governors. But what the people benefit from them cannot be overemphasized. You cannot be talked down on. And then I remember Goodluck Ebiri Jonathan. Much, but his being there at a particular time has a lot of significant role to play in the history of our people. But the rest, nothing to show. And so I'm not in support of any of them directly. Neither am I against them at this moment. Not until we have given them the opportunity to function. We don't have any moral right to challenge them. Let me. The last time I met with Nyanwodo, and that was the day he recognized me. Maybe if he see me on the road, he wouldn't know me. And then I was, so Joffron actually made me introduce myself as Onyibe. I saw the look on his face. And after a while, he calmed down. He brought out his chaplet. He was crying practically. And when we look at these people, because they refuse to pattern of Nnamdi Kanu, and all of us are following him, he will come here and they say, Nyanwodo is a thief, Nyanwodo is a this, Nyanwodo. Come out now and call anybody thief. Let us see whether I will carry water. That is why you went to Abazonia to hire boys, and then you are destabilizing our communities. This is a new era. There. In fact, Imo State Cabinet. Okay, let's start. Rogers Okorocha is a Muslim. He didn't Fulanize Imo. Imo State government recognized even the community of Igbo. I'm not a Muslim. But I understand that if we do not put this religion ahead of every other thing, I don't have issue with you. And Asari has demonstrated it once again. You don't Fido, neither did we see him as one. It is the idea that we see ourselves as Biafran that is giving us the courage to do what we are doing. And who of my sons will be Muslim? But of course, that is a choice they have to make. Now they cannot have is the support of the people. I betrayed those people. And now I hope you understand. There are things that are going on. I can't tell you here. We are not here to ginger. You feel ginger. Then after gingering, you go and sleep. Deceiving you. Analyzing Nigerian political structure. Then close border, then no close border. Petrol rate has increased. You know, governor is dead and Buhari is buried. And all those nonsense. As if it has any role to play in what we are doing. Let us go back to the primary issues. The first to balkanize the Biafra nation is to divide us, butcher us. Tell us, bring out your machine and begin to amend every parts that have been carcerated. And then, in the process, we heal our people. Do not think you can know what is going on. We won't come here to boast. But we will be doing and you will be analyzing it. Hey, de facto government, Fulani invade Biafra. Hey. He know you will not listen. Stop it. If you cannot go to Nnamdi Kanu and tell him and his recruit, leave us alone, you don't have the moral standing to come here. And telling us not to talk about Nnamdi Kanu is an offense. And I pray God will forgive you. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Hello?
Yeah, Audio Guinea. I get you, my brother.
Can you hear me?
Loud
Are you talking
clear.
to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you. Audio Guinea.
I can't hear you clear.
But
I don't know if I'm coming out clear.
But I can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
My brother, I am listening to.
Okay, now I can hear you. Thank you
Forget
very
about
much.
the noise coming out from the background. Just go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Diokba Onyibe. Our good Lord keeps strengthening you. From Akani to Biafra land, and we're gonna We stand here to expose every secret, everything that has holding us for a long time. Tonight I was listening when the caller said that it was the caller that brought his advice concerning Nnamdi Kanu and mentioning, and our caller that mentioned about Son Igboho. I would like to bring it back to them. Did Nnamdi make his homework very well? Sunday Igboho never insult of their politician. Let them go back to Sunday Igboho and listen to his words. He respect the elder. He respect the politician. He did his homework very well. But not do all those things. Rather, he will go to government and bring insult to the elders. He will ask everybody in Biafra land, where do you had all those noise, all those nonsense that Nnamdi Kanu say? It's through Radio Biafra. He make people to condemn our governors, because all of us, had we been that we engage them very well, that is the Kanu has made all the governor in the old eastern region to become. He will jump to Delta and tell this one he will kill him and wipe his family. He will go to Rivers, tell him this. He will come back to Biafra land, to Igbo nation area, and tell them the same thing. He's talking about those things. How do you expect those people to come and support you in what you are doing? That is not what we are doing here. What we're doing, we want to carry everybody along. Freedom. Even them, they need freedom more than us. They understand that if Biafra come today, they are going to be happy more to see themselves. That is what many people don't understand. That is why we are here. Biafran nation is here to make sure that we carry everybody along, to make them to understand that we need freedom. And not a freedom that one person will be emperor, or not where you will see somebody to come and trade, or to whatever he say stands only. In our land, we have a meeting, we have autonomous. We discuss, we deliberate things before we can be able to pass a judgment. But Nnamdi Kanu has put on top where whatever he says is final. That is not how things run in our land. That is not how things run, even in any part of our land. If somebody can quote me wrong, if what I'm saying is wrong, because I said the way it is. That is why we are here, to make sure that everybody come out and join the movement, to make sure that we restore our land. I don't blame some of the people that are going on social media to call someone saboteur, whatever. You forgot that when you're calling someone saboteur, what about the next person calling you? The same saboteur. All of them, you calling somebody saboteur, but they are calling you saboteur also. When they are tired with you, they will bring your own saboteur open. It's also for people to understand what we are doing, because even in the Bible say wisdom is too high for a fool. You can check it in your own proverb. You can find it in Proverbs 24 verse 7 to know what we are doing. Wisdom for a fool. It's difficult for them to understand. They will realize what we are doing here.
What we are here to do is to bring everybody, is to carry everybody along. The same way he insult indigenous people of Biafra, the same way he insulting our land, the same way he's causing in our land, to apologize to our land and our people, if they are willing. If they are not willing to forgive him, it's up to the land of Biafra, because a lot of injustice, a lot of atrocity, a lot of things has gone wrong with his own leader. Our free, because we are here to make our people to be free, not to be in fear. Biafra land has turned to be in fear. Sake of who? Sake of one man. You cannot talk. That is not how we behave. We always come out and talk and call a spade a spade. But now, if you speak the truth, it's like now Nigeria, as he normally say, if you speak the truth, you die. If you don't talk the truth, you die. You better sit inside your house and die. No, that is not what we want in Biafra land. We want a place that we can have a freedom of expression. And respect one another. Not somebody to insult your elder. Not a place you can, your elder cannot be able to speak because you have a monster. No, that is not what we bargained for. That's why I called those that come into this platform to advise. Can let them carry that advice. Go back to Nnamdi Kanu. They know the platform of Nnamdi Kanu. Let him come down from his high horse and apologize to land of Biafra. He have to do it open, not in secret, because he done it in open. As he stand now, things cannot work in his life. He knows what we are saying is truth. It's a bitter truth. If you like, let him gang up and have too many errand boys that are coming on social media to call people names, to blackmail people. It cannot work. That cannot be able to stand. Work. If it's your one day, let me make it clear. One day, things that are happening to another person will happen to your own brother. And you are in abroad. But one day, that gun man, unknown gunman, will happen to your own family. Then you come on social media to talk. Then you come on social media to lament. Then, what do you expect people to say? Well, how do you how to come and help you? Our land is not that. Our land is peaceful. Our land is a place that people understand the truth. Our land is a place people can stand and talk the truth. In case come out and join what we are doing. Whether you're in Africa, whether you're in Europe, whether you're in everywhere, as you have taken the oath of truth, stand on the truth. Keep saying the truth. Because truth will set you more than ever. We go nowhere. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, my brother. And of course, this is where we draw the curtain for this night segment. Appreciation to those of you who were calling in, who has called in rather, and apology to those of you who I cannot pick their call at this moment. We cannot be distracted. We have our strategies in place, and we pray that the Almighty Creator will divinely to be able to get to the conclusive end of this journey. But we know what we are supposed to do, and we will continue to do it. We will not leave any stone unturned. Biafra all the way. Everywhere in the world, they know what we are looking for. Biafra freedom. But our people must understand that this is the time to begin to discuss. And everybody must bring down themselves. We say, humble yourself. Put yourself, position yourself strategically. But of course, that is one virtue that Satan cannot emulate: humility. Satan can emulate the angel of light. He can manifest all the gift of the Holy Spirit. Only one, which is humility. And if you don't have it, I'm sorry, we cannot help you. As I sign off from here, I say remain focused. Remain a Biafran if you are one. And then we go no. Good night, and God bless all of you.